If you are ready to make a leap from investing in single-family homes to multi-family apartments, be sure to listen into this video to understand the advantages and the risks of investing in multi-family property. Multi-family real estate, such as an apartment complex, is profitable investment for several reasons. Now, these properties can offer a range of benefits to the investors, such as steady cash flow, potential appreciation, economies of scale, and a hedge against inflation. So if you are looking to invest in this type of real estate but aren't too sure where to start, you need to first consider both the pros and cons of investing in this asset type. So let us start looking at some of the advantages of investing in multifamily. Number 1, higher profits. Typically, larger multifamily offers higher profits because the dollar amount that you gain per square feet is much higher in multifamily as compared to a single family home. And multifamily obviously has multiple tenants than a single family home, resulting in higher income. Number 2, stability. In case of multifamily, you have hundreds of tenants. So if few of them move out, you will not suffer from a total vacancy loss as compared to a single family home where you have a single tenant. Number 3, valuation. Commercial real estate valuation is really impacted by the income that is generated by the property, and it is not directly affected by buyer sentiment or market fluctuations. This creates an opportunity to increase the valuation of the property by increasing its income. So multifamily properties, you have many ways of increasing the income by increasing the lease every year, by adding more amenities and services that benefit your tenants. Number 4, passive income. Many investors do not enjoy fixing toilets or getting late night calls from their distressed tenants. So this is a great way for investors to enjoy passive income while delegating all the operational duties to the operator of the property. In residential or a single-family home, even though if you have contractors or property managers, they will still turn to you for the final sign-off on any decision before acting on them. So it's not truly passive. Number 5, lower vacancy risk. As I mentioned earlier, the advantage of lower vacancy risk comes from the fact that multifamily usually have multiple tenants, and also they have longer leases. So you will never have 100% vacancy like you see in a single family home. Number 6, longer lease terms as compared to single family homes. Now, commercial real estate offers you stability, unlike residential, where the leases could be month to month or 6 months or a year. Apartment complexes usually give incentives to their tenants by offering them 12, 13, 15, or even 18-month leases. And commercial real estate investors typically have resources to do a thorough due diligence and vet their tenants enough before signing lease. Now, they make sure that all the financial statements are looked at, and after that, they qualify these tenants in order to mitigate their risk. So with all these advantages, there are some disadvantages to consider when investing in multifamily. Number 1, reimbursement from tenants. Now, the downside of owning a multifamily is that you cannot reimburse most of the operational expenses like property taxes, property insurance by the tenant, unlike in case of other commercial properties like industrial or office spaces or retail space. A multifamily owner might see some sort of operational expenses getting reimbursed around utilities, but that's all. Now, multifamily tenants will generally pay for their utility bill if the units have been billed separately. But if not, then the owner is responsible for it, and then often going to use something called as RUBS, which is Ratio Utility Billing System. So this system typically allocates the utility expenses between the units based on the percentage of the overall leasable space. Now, more on RUBS in another video. Number 2, shorter leases compared to other commercial type properties. Now, multifamily as compared to other commercial real estate asset types like office spaces or retail spaces will have shorter leases, maybe up to 18 months. But other commercial properties like retail, warehouses, office spaces can have much longer leases, like 5 years, 8, 10, or even more number of years. Now, multifamily tenants are also more transient, and there will be more consistent turnover cost. So multifamily owners will also see more frequent fluctuations in revenue, which could be based on the market changes, and that could range anywhere from 40 to 50% on the leases on an annual basis. So you will see revenue of this property fluctuating a little bit, and it reflects the market trends, which does not happen if you compare with, let's say, office spaces or retail spaces where the leases are much longer and you have locked in the tenant for a much longer time. Number 3. Higher investments or investment with a pool of investors. Now, compared to buying a single-family home, initial investment for a multifamily apartment complex would be much higher. So if you're planning to buy it on your own, this is going to be a very large investment. Now, if you have limited funds, your best bet is to invest with a pool of investors or within a fund or a syndication. So that means that you most likely are going to be a limited partner or a silent partner. Now, what does that entail? You as an investor will defer all the decision making to the operations, management of the property, to an active or a general partner. As long as you're comfortable being a hands-off investor, this is a great way to stay passive. So is this investment type right for you? Determining whether multifamily real estate investing is right for you, you require careful consideration and self-reflection. Now, to determine if multifamily is right for you, you need to consider your investment strategy, your experience with real estate investing, and managing property management and dealing with people. Also, what's your current financial situation, and what is the local market condition in which you are looking to invest. Now, this type of investment, remember, requires a long-term commitment and a sound strategy, as well as strong financial foundation and thorough research of the market. Now, because of this, it may not be a suitable investment for a lot of people with limited experience and limited financial resources, especially people who just want to do some short-term investments, right? Or if you are in an unfavorable market. Now, consider your goals, your resources, market conditions very carefully before you dive into investing in this asset type. Now, the best approach here as a new or a busy investor, I would suggest to partner with professionals who can guide you through this process. Watch out for my next series of videos diving deep into other types of commercial real estate in detail.